Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining Live with Laura today. So we're going to review all your hard work and everything that you do. So we are going to be reviewing renewals. So renewals are a very important part of your agency. You know, hanging on to those clients is very detrimental to that. So if you have any questions, please raise your hand. Go ahead and chat that in, and we would be able to assist you with all of that. So today we're going to be reviewing the Renewals Manager, that feature in Epic. That's on the left-hand side of your screen. I'll show you that when we jump into that. And we want to make sure that everybody is receiving the policy exceptions report. That's the report that you should be getting weekly, and that's going to show you what policies renewed with an increase in premium of 10% for personal lines and 5% for commercial lines. So we want to make sure that you guys are receiving those and the expiration report. So some of our agents are receiving that plus 60 days, 90 days, 120. Some just want commercial lines, some just want personal lines. So we're going to get into that and show you that as well. But first, you know, I always want to tell you what's new in our education department. We have sponsors. Yay. Live with Laura has their first sponsor, and that's National General. I don't know if everybody has access to National General, but if you do, they are on EasyLink. So make sure that you are quoting them for the different lines of business that they offer. You know, auto and home in EasyLinks, but then when you go into their website to firm up those quotes, take a look at their other products, take a look at their website, what they have to offer for you on training on their system, and all of that good stuff. So National General is very excited to be sponsoring Live with Laura. They are going to be sending out the secret swag. No, don't put it in yet, not yet, what the secret word is. So they're going to be providing this month's secret swag. Yay. All right. For those of you, maybe you're new or you haven't heard me talk about the Breakfast Brew newsletter, it is so important that you are receiving this, that you are going in there and you are reading the information. If you're not receiving it, check your junk, check your spam folders. This is the communication that we send out to everybody, so you're aware of what's new with some of the different carriers, what's new in Epic, you know, any kind of information educational that we want to send out to you guys. We're going to do that in the Breakfast Brew. So we always want to keep it fun and engaging. So Angel has come up with introducing the Brew Bucks. So when you see that in the Brew newsletter, just click on that to enter to win. So last month, the winner was Jody Remy from Roger Collins Agency. Way to go, Jody. And the winner of the secret swag, that was Kathy Becker from Silver States Insurance. She's got all that great swag. So congratulations to both of you. Oh, and Penny just said National General has some great rates right now. Thanks, Penny. All right, we got some new features in Epic that are coming out. So whenever there's a new feature, the education department is going to jump in, where you're going to look at it, research it, and then roll it out to you guys. So this Sunday, Applied's releasing this new feature so you can reset your own passwords. Can I get a hallelujah on that? So that's only going to be in the browser. So if you are still using Epic with the install version, it won't be available to you. So if you are using the install version, we recommend that you start using the browser. All the new features that come out are only going to be in the browser. So it's going to be really important that you guys take a look at that. Taylor, can you put that link in there again for the browser? I'm sorry, I didn't put that.
I'm going to put it in the chat, and then I'm going to let them know. Anybody who wants it, please email training so we can send over the connection suite setup sheet with it as well, please.
Yes, awesome. So that's training@isnoa.com. Anytime you guys need us, that's the email to use. So that's only going to be in the browser version. We're going to research that on Monday. So hopefully by Tuesday, maybe by the end of the week, we can get that rolled out. So when you log into the browser, you're going to see a nifty new little feature that's going to say reset password. So excited about that. Another new feature that is coming soon, not this week, but coming soon, is going to be this new feature so you can preview your attachments, which is amazing. So if you look at the screen at the bottom right, when you highlight that, you can see the preview of what it is. So a lot of times what happens is any downloads that come through under your attachments or anything that you attach, if you don't word it properly, you might not know what it is. Or 2 years later, you're looking for an attachment. Now you'll be able to preview it. So I'll let you guys know in the brew when that feature is going to be available, but I'm really excited about that one. The LMS, if you guys aren't using it, if you don't have it, please let us know and we can get you guys a preview of it. It's an amazing resource for you to go back in, do refresher courses, to search, hey, how do I process renewals? We have it all in there. So Catherine in the brew has released our new learning path, which is on renewals. So take a look at that. You can find that at asnoa.com under the Asnoa University, the Learning Management System. All right, so I'm going to start sharing my screen so we can get in here so we can start talking about renewals. While I'm doing that, can you guys chat into me? How are you managing your renewals right now? What processes are you using? Are you using the reports that I mentioned earlier? What are you guys doing? Because we want to make sure that we can cover everything that you guys are doing. We're going to give you some insight on how Allegiance Insurance does their renewals. That's our in-house agency. We got Penny and Maggie on with us today, so we're really excited to have them with us as well. Why will not let me bring it up? All right, here we are. So first, what I want to talk about is the reports. Yeah, like Paula said, running the reports in Epic is going to save you all kinds of time when you're looking to find out which one of your carriers or your policies are renewing with an increase. Using the exceptions report, great. So first I'm going to show you the reports. So if you're on your reports and marketing in Epic, so reports and marketing under my reports, I have a whole bunch of reports because anytime somebody says, hey, Laura, I would like this report set up this way, we go in and we can create that for you. So what the report is, and it should say in your My Reports, policy exceptions report. So let me go ahead and pull it up so you can see what that looks like. So it's the policy exceptions report, increase, decrease in renewal premium. If you do not have that, please email training@asnoa.com so we can get and make sure that you guys are receiving that weekly. You don't want to miss a renewal that's coming in with a huge increase, because at that same time, what's happening is your clients are receiving those deck pages, and you don't want them to get that with a 23% increase or whatever it may be, and then start shopping. So this is a great way to get this report, contact your clients, let them know, hey, we see that there was an increase in premium. We're on it. We're going to look for you. All right. So that's the policies exceptions report. So let me pull this up for you. Can you guys see the report?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. This is the policies exceptions report. If you can see that, it's going to show you your client's name, their policy number, what line of business it is, and it's a renewal. And it's even going to show you that downloaded premium. So if we look at this first one, it's $26.25 in premium. That's what they had last year. This renewal premium is going to show you that increase of the 22.35%. So when you're taking a look at this report, you know your clients. So you know, hey, there was an increase because you added, youthful drivers. You replaced a vehicle right at renewal time, whatever it may be, or if they have claims, you're going to be able to know if you're going to contact your client and say, hey, you knew that there was going to be an increase because of that claim that you had, or, hey, we're going to, reshop you when that claim falls off. So you're going to have some flexibility there by having to jump. Sometimes you said, which is rare. When you see a decrease, you might want to take a look at it and say, okay, what just happened? Why is there a decrease? Did they do something that was, you know, did a car fall off, or so, you know, whatever it may be. Instead of adding it, did you remove the card? So you'll be able to see that on this report as well. Is everybody using this report? Does everybody have this report? I'm going to let you guys chat in because this is the most important report for renewals. So if you weren't getting it, we need to make sure that you are. All right, great. I do not. Kathy, we'll look in to see why you're not getting that. I really thought you were set up for that. All right, so we'll get you set up for that. Anybody else, just go ahead and email us. And then we can start. Now, this is a global report for the percentages, and we can't change it. So if you're like, no, I don't want to do 10%, I want to do 15. It's a global report, so we can't make those changes to say 15 or 20 or, you know, any of those different percentages. All right, so here's that report. Perfect. The other report that I think everybody should be getting is the expiration report. So this is a plus 60 days, and this is going to show you, here's this column of when it's expiring. So it's just showing you, hey, these are what's coming up for renewal, plus 60, 90, 120 days, however you want it set up to be. This report is going to be really helpful for those carriers that don't download. So you got to be following up on your downloads, making sure that very first download comes through, checking your downloads daily, weekly, making sure everything is updated. This report's going to show you everything that's coming up for renewal, not going to show you increases in premium. So you can take a look at it, or we can set it up. Maybe you just want to see your commercial lines. A lot of our agents are working with commercials that doesn't download or any MGAs. So we want to make sure that you are receiving this as well. All right, so any questions on these reports? Taylor, anything?
Alyssa says they have it, but they can't pull it because it is scheduled.
Over to, when you're looking at that report, Alyssa, over to the bottom right. If you click now, the expiration report that you should refer to the month to show you what's coming up in the future dates. All right, any other questions? All right, so that's great. All right, so those are the reports. Please make sure that you are getting them. The next thing I want to show you on the home screen in Epic is the Renewals Manager. So the Renewals Manager is over here to the left, and when you click on it, you are going to see, it's going to take a minute to generate, but I already had it open. You're going to be able to see renewals that are coming up in plus 90 days. So wait, Laura, you just told me that that expiration report is going to show that. Absolutely. This is going to be the same report as your report. That report, I can take a look at it. I can send it to any of our agents that are working on them. So this is going to be the same thing. Only difference is, which I love, is you can do all these different search where. So right now I have it, anything that I'm listed on as the customer service rep. You can go in and change it by department. So let's say you only want to see, let me clear my filter. You only want to see commercial lines. So all you have to do is change that department code. Begins with, and looking at this and you see, hey, wait, that's one of mine. Because in the home office, we have access to everybody's policies. So it's going to show up on here. All right, so then it's going to pull just commercial lines. Maybe you're a personal lines customer service rep. So you want to just see commercial lines or personal. You can do that as well. You can search all of these different features in here, which is awesome. Let me tell you. All right. So then another thing to look at is these different renewal stages. So we have an agency in Texas who only uses the renewals manager. So then anybody else on their team can come in here and see what the status is of these renewals. So all you have to do is customer service rep. So I can show you guys what it looks like on for me. And my internet is lagging a little bit. It just got a pop up. So I'm sorry if you guys miss anything. All right. So right here, all you need to do then is you can right click on the policies that are in the renewals manager and you can update the renewal stage. So what they do in Texas is she updates these renewal stages. Maybe it's canceled. Maybe she's working on the remarketing. Maybe they're going to manually renew this as is. This works for them. So then anytime they come in here, they know, oh, okay, she's got that one. I don't have to work on it. So it's a way for your teams to see who's working on what. Right-hand corner, and you can select different columns that you want to see on here. I got a whole bunch on here, but you can select the ones that make sense for you and your team. You guys like that? Do you think you'll use the renewals manager in your agency? Or are you going to stick with the reports? Yeah, I do. I do like this. It's a great feature to not have to wait for that report. Boom, you can just come right in here to the renewals manager and take over and start looking at it. All right, any questions on the renewals manager? Just chat it in. So then another thing too that you can do here, and it's a new feature that's coming up, but it won't be this year, probably Q1 of 2024. It's going to put in that renewal download premium. So that's going to be a game changer as well, because you'll be able to see the exceptions report and the expiration report all in one report.
Laura, can you go to home and show Jim where you pull up the renewals manager again?
Sure. So from the home screen, renewals manager on the left. And that's all you have to do is click on it. It will pull up all of your renewals for your agency. Everybody is restricted to just their agency. So that's what's going to pull up. Any other questions on renewals manager? All right. Sure. All you have to do if you are looking to run this report is over here, and you can click the little print and then you can download it. And it's going to run as a CSV file. So that's going to be really helpful as well. All right. Maggie, is there anything that you would like to add?
Certainly. Can you hear me okay?
Sure can.
All right, awesome. And Laura, thank you for showing this renewal manager to everybody. Something that I want to lead in by saying is, interestingly enough, we're not using the renewal manager today in Allegiance, but I definitely want to explore it. And what I have found over, obviously in this hard market, I'm sure you're all in the same boat of, wow, I'm shopping everybody, it feels like today. The rates have significantly increased. You're just trying to keep your clients most days versus even writing new business. So something I do recommend is probably just revisiting your renewal strategy once or twice a year, maybe even more often if you find that it's not working, right? You don't want to shop everybody. I know some agents that just stop shopping everybody altogether and just letting it, take its turn, communicating and still maintaining that loyalty the best that they can on other fronts. But I also want to say the best thing that you can do, whether you're a one-man shop, maybe you have multiple staff or producers, create a renewal SOP in the agency, right? So everybody on your team is on the exact same page and people aren't, veering off and going down different paths. That way you can manage what's going on and you are able to understand exactly what that process looks like. And of course, if you do have any questions regarding some ideas there, I'm more than happy, Laura, if you want to just put my contact in the chat, I'm more than happy to talk to anybody. But what we do today in Allegiance is we use both the exceptions report and the expiration report. We are looking at increases probably more now along the lines of 20% or more increase, because I don't want to shop everybody, right? And then what we do, and whether you are or not familiar with opportunities in Epic, we use opportunities. So we add an opportunity for anybody that's increased 10% or more. But we're also, Penny's on the call here too. She does all the back end hard work of reviewing those clients. Like, did it go up because of a claim? Did they add a child? So depending on the reason for the increase, that's the deciding factor on if we add it to our opportunities list or not. I'm not going to go into much detail and I don't have a lot of time here either, but I just want to leave you guys with a couple other, tips and tricks. Make sure you're using easy links. If you've already quoted them in easy links, you're literally just going back in, searching by the name, changing those dates and rerunning them with the carrier. In addition to that, contact each of your carrier reps to find out what are some of the best renewal strategies that they have to offer, right? Versus having to completely move these people from one carrier to the next. Maybe you can reorder their insurance score and it's improved and you can get an updated rate, save yourself time, and also make a happy customer because maybe their insurance score had increased and now you can save them a couple $100. And of course, increased deductibles, review that coverage A, right? That's consistently going up because of inflation. There are some cases where you can maybe bring it down a little bit. Sell telematics on auto. I know this is a topic that some people don't like to talk about, but try it, push it. It helps with renewals. Apply it to renewals on the auto. And additionally, like if you're not using a CRM or any type of marketing automation, we send out personal insurance reviews. It's automated. We use Fuse. It's an opportunity to cross sell, but it's also another opportunity to stay in front of the client. That way they know that you're on top of it. And we certainly like to write 12-month autos versus 6-month autos and bundle it with the home. That way we're not touching the client every 6 months. So that's all I got today. Thanks, Laura. Hope somebody found something helpful in my quick 5-minute spiel. That could be a 30-minute conversation. So have a good day, everyone.
Thanks, Maggie. That was certainly helpful. I had just recently switched my insurance. So I just wanted to throw this out here. I switched my insurance. They came out, they did a home inspection and they said, well, you have a lot of wear and tear on your roof. Oh, they said, we're going to cancel you if you don't get another, a new roof. So I think it is really important to ask your clients when you are remarketing them to say, all right, let's review your roof again. When was the last time that was updated? Because my sister wanted me to remarket her. I said, okay. She's like, my roof is 23 years old. Yeah, it's got some wear and tear. So, well, we need to rethink this because it's possible they're going to come out here and they're going to do an inspection and you're going to have to get a new roof at your cost. So she was like, so a new roof, $8,000 or whatever it is, as opposed to the $200 a month that it went up, or $200 a year. So those are some of the things to talk with your clients about. Maggie, how often are you guys using the new feature in Easy Links? And I want to pull Easy Links over here.
Is it the co-applicant applicant?
Yes, you're reading my mind. So
we use it every single time on new business and renewal. So anytime you run a quote, auto, home, package, monoline, whatever the case may be, this button that Laura is showing you every single time, you might find that you might be not utilizing this and you think your rates aren't looking good and all of a sudden the rates are looking great because you were able to swap the spouse.
So that's in Easy Links. And that is when you're on the quotes section, it's going to be at the top right-hand corner. Hopefully you guys can see that on my screen.
Laura, can you also show them the graph view? So this I just wanted to mention it real quick. If you scroll down just a little bit, this is a great visual for our insureds. I don't ever like to show our clients the graph view, but I use it on renewals all the time. So if I go to shop somebody and let's say their current carrier still has the best premium, I'll use the snippet tool on my computer. Laura, do you want to snip it, make it look pretty? I literally just
Yes,
pop
I
this right
will.
into an email. And honestly, it's like, if you ask me, somebody sees this and they think, okay, I'm just going to stick where I'm at. I know my rate went up $20 a month, but nobody else looks better, and boom, done it. It works like a gem every single time. So just wanted to share that if you're not utilizing that at all.
Yeah, that's a great feature. I love that snippet tool. It's my favorite. Thanks, Maggie, for adding that in, the graph view. I don't know why I can't get used to the graph view. I always put it back to the old fashioned way. That's just me. And I love the feature to be able to go right to the carrier. That's awesome as well. All right, so like Maggie said, you're going to go in. I like to have Epic on one side, Easy Links open on the other. Then I can go in and I can compare to make sure that I have the same address. They are at the same place. I want to make sure that I have the correct drivers. So are this drivers, did we have one added in within that year from the last time you wrote the new business or you remarketed? So have it open on both screens. If you are not using two screens, holy cow, how, I don't understand how anybody can do it, because it's amazing to have both screens. And I know last time I was talking with somebody, they're like, two screens, we have three. And I thought that was awesome too. So go ahead and make sure that you have the drivers. You want to make sure that you have the same vehicles as well. Another feature too that is working now is this PURL. Maggie, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. I apologize. I have a barking dog in the background. Bad timing, so maybe not.
We can't hear them. All right, so this PURL, it's called the Pearl. So if you can see my screen, it's up at the top. It's the three little dots for share, and you're going to go to the personal URL. You can take this information that you already have in EasyLinks and send it off to your clients to say, hey, can you verify this? Can you go and make sure you have the drivers and the vehicles and the coverages that you need? And I know that Maggie's team uses this a lot for new business as well. All you need to put in is the name, the address, and the email, correct?
Correct, yes.
So then you would just send them this information. They're going to go in, fill it out, and then when they send it back, you get an email that says, hey, you know, Laura Hamilton filled this out. So it is a time saver, especially when you have those clients who are like, just send me something, just send me something. Absolutely, we will go ahead and send you something. So this feature was not working for a while, but it is now.
Can I talk on this? Sorry, Laura, I want to just chime in too, because I saw the comment in there. There are other vendors out there that, here goes the dog again. I'm sorry. we live in a world today where everybody wants everything immediately, right? So we're trying to also compete with online competitors. And I think everybody also should take some time and revisit their data capture process, right? Are you using quote sheets in the agency? I know most agents are, but it can be a time-consuming process, right? So is there a link that you can send out to clients like this, for example, to have the client start filling it out on their own? You know, a lot of people work different hours outside of business hours. Sorry, this dog. There's just other vendors out there that allow you to grab and pull in that information that does integrate with EasyLinks. And it's a time saver. Sure, there may be an extra cost associated to it, but I can tell you, big game changer. You can bring in more business. And I'm, again, more than happy to talk to anybody about some of those options out there too.
Awesome. Jim had said that Canopy is the best service and worth every penny.
Yep, Canopy is one of them. They do a great job. They'll pull the deck pages right into and give you all that information. So that's just another option. Not to say that we don't love EasyLinks. I am a huge lover of all things EasyLinks, but in today's world, right, we got to keep up with the digital trends too to be successful.
That is for sure. Another thing, I was talking with our branch insurance rep, and they said, use them first. Go into branch, put in the information. You're going to get all of the coverages. They pull it from the magical world in the cloud, and they get all your coverages, your deductibles. If there's any claims, they pull the driver, so you have all that information. Then you can go in and enter all that information here into EasyLinks. And Paula just said, branch pulls the driver's license numbers for you as well. So take a look at them, not plugging branch in any way. I mean, I am. Maybe we should get them as a sponsor, Taylor. Let's get a hold of them. And so take a look at what branch will pull for you and the information. You can definitely get that. Maggie, was there another vendor that you were working with in regards to pulling the information?
Sure, there is a vendor called Salt, and I absolutely love Salt. It's super intuitive. It looks fantastic. We use it today. It's another way to just put that link out there, even a QR code customized to your agency to have those prospects start filling out the info on their own. Once they complete it, you get a notification and it integrates into EasyLinks.
So it goes out to them, they complete it. It comes back into EasyLinks, or it goes back to you? I'm sorry.
I get a notification. We have our own Salt dashboard, but then it integrates with EasyLinks. So everything they've entered with a click of a button, it's going to pull right into EasyLinks for you. So there's no duplicate entry.
Wow. That sounds a lot more efficient than Canopy. Does Canopy allow you to do that?
Canopy does integrate. The catch is that EasyLinks in order to integrate with EasyLinks, you have to pay for that extra consumer quoting portal tool. I think it's like $54 a month, but that's also great for your website because you can drive website traffic. They're working on a fix on that today, but I do know more to come, better news on Canopy Connect EasyLinks integration, I think in the next month or so.
Okay. Can't wait to hear about that. That's awesome. Jim had said you have to have the higher level. Is that for Salt is what you're referring to, Jim? Or was that for Canopy?
I think Jim said he had Canopy.
Canopy, yes, for sure. And I think Marianne said they don't have branch at this time. All right, so utilize this PURL. And I wanted to pull this up because I want to show you what it looks like. So here's the email that I got. And then it tells me, click here for the website. So when I click here to go for the PURL, for the Pearl, now I have to just go in, and it's branded for Allegiance Insurance. So it's branded for your agency. And then you put in the information that you have. And my zip, and I'm not going to go through a full blown out training on this piece because it's just self-explanatory. You guys got it. And then you're just going to go through. So I think that this is awesome. Look at this. Are those the drivers? Yes, they are. So are these your vehicles? Yes. So this is amazing. So it's just verifying this information with your client to just go through. And then I can pick my coverages. So I think that's awesome as well. Anything you want to add on this, Maggie?
I would just say, if you haven't given it a shot, keep your mind open to these things. I also want to speak to Branch. We're using Branch today. They're not on EasyLinks, but I'm telling you that data pre-fill is a game changer. And that's what's going to make you guys more efficient in the agency, is getting quicker data and turning it around. The end.
Yeah, right, for sure. So EasyLinks has their own pre-fill. So if that is something that you are interested in, it's directly through EasyLinks. It's so much, maybe 58 cents a pull. So maybe you want to just use it and have it available there when you need it. Maybe your clients don't have all that information, so you can go ahead and utilize that pre-fill that they do offer. And that's directly through them. You can just reach out to us at training and we'll get you in contact with them on that. So that's a great feature. I I actually think everybody should be using that. What a time saver it is, for sure. All right, anything else, Maggie, on Easy Links for remarketing? Penny, Steve, anybody else want to add in some information here on how you are remarketing in Easy Links?
I would just say too, don't forget, if it's a remarket, you have the ability now to add in incidents. So you can add in that violation or that accident, because you should know if something had happened in that past year. And that's going to give you a more accurate rating when you're trying to shop around and find a better option for them.
Yeah, for sure. So that is great information, especially when you're using Easy Links and you're talking with your clients. And I've said it a million times, and is, asking your clients, do you have any tickets and accidents in the last 5 years? And if they're like, no, I don't, we provide that quote to them with the fact that they told us they had no tickets and accidents in the last 5 years. So we provide that to them. Then when you get their money and you're going into the carrier and you go to Safeco and you firm that up and you are issuing that piece of business and running the MVR, and you find a ticket or accident, come back into Easy Links and go over into where it says incidents and add that information in, re-quote it, and then go back to your client and say, okay, you forgot about the ticket last month. This is what your new premium is. Maybe it'll be a whole new carrier as well. So take a look at that. Let's see, I know that there's a whole bunch going on in the chat. Anything, Taylor, that I'm missing?
No.
Let's see, I know that Jim said on my Openly folks, I'm using the RC to keep the 100% of the clients on the managed screen. Thank you very much, Jim. Steve said making sure the prior carrier limits and time with carrier is correct.
We have a question. When you get a claims notice from the carrier, do you immediately add that to the insured's profile in Easy Links?
Yes, I would definitely go into, I would actually add it into Epic. So let me show you guys. Let me go here. I'm on my Redbud client. Do you see over to the left on my screen, it says claims. If you click on claims, you can add your claims right here. Some of the carriers are downloading claims as well. So you should be getting a claims report that's going to be coming to you. Should be a daily thing because you do not want to miss a claim ever. So that's the first notice of loss possibly, is when if they're contacting travelers and saying, hey, they're filing a claim, and it downloads, it will download right into here. And then it will continuously download any payment information. It will download if there is the adjuster names. So you'll have all of that information and you should see that on your report. So the one report we want to be blank every day is the claim report. But if there is something on there, just note that that means it downloaded right into claims. But let's say it doesn't download. You want to make sure that you come in here and then you add in the claim. That way, when you are remarketing, you can take a look to see what claim history that they have and then go back into Easy Links and add that in. Did you want to add something, Maggie?
Not to this specifically, but I want to also mention something else that's trending heavily right now is the use of VAs in the agency. And when I say VA, virtual assistant, hiring a virtual assistant is a great thing to help manage your renewals and all this Epic back end, reports, downloads, everything that Laura and her team talk to you guys about right now too, right? Because again, we're shopping everybody. We're trying to grow and write business. And sometimes we find that we're, kind of stuck in this mundane, task driven day-to-day type of scenario. And I think if you guys, maybe you are a one-man shop again, right? And you're looking for that extra help, think of a VA, keep an open mind to it. Again, if you'd like any more information, I'm more than happy to talk to you about it. But I think of the couple of agents that I know are for sure utilizing a VA today, it's helping with their remarket process. It's helping them manage everything in Epic. And that's certainly something that's great today.
Yeah, that's a game changer for sure. Anybody using a VA? They want to share some experience that they have on that? Because like Maggie said, it's going to be really helpful within your agency. And if you have one or two people within your agency and you're finding that these rates are increasing, and like Maggie said, utilize the VA. You know, you can utilize them, I believe, for several hours a week, or you can, hire them for 40 hours a week,
Yep.
whatever you need within your agency. I know that a couple of our agents are using them. So if you need any information, you can reach out to me. We can get you in contact with them, or to Maggie. Yep, Steve says we use a VA and we love Dennis. He is great. He has been a great help within the agency for them. You want to add anything on that, Maggie?
No, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so Eric said he's using one and it's been a lifesaver. Yeah. So VAs, no matter where you get them from, are always going to be very helpful. And all you need to do is give them the information that you need, all those mundane tasks that you're like, I can't even get to them. That mortgagee change that needed to be done 2 weeks ago, that you're like, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. Those are some of the things that you can give to a VA to have them do
The
for you.
VAs are so unbelievably task driven that they're constantly seeking out more things to do for you, right? So it allows you to focus on sales and growth and, nurturing those relationships and doing what you want to do in itself. So something to think about.
Yeah, it definitely is something to think about. You know what? I just want you guys to know, I used to be like, oh gosh, hire within your agency, but sometimes you just don't have the funds to hire somebody, or you can't find anybody. That's what I hear more and more and more, is that I can't find somebody that's going to work, or they come and work, we train them, and then they never show up. So using a VA, I think, is going to be extremely helpful for you. All right. Any questions, Taylor? Did I miss anything?
Oh, no, you already answered it. No.
Okay. So when you add into Easy Links, if you go in and you add in, where did I have Easy Links open? When you add in Easy Links, you are going to go ahead and need to enter the claims into Easy Links and then enter them into Epic as well. So if they are in Epic, it's just a great way for you to just go in and type that in really quickly into Easy Links. So then you have that for when you are remarketing, or when you are remarketing, just come right back in here to see where the claims are. Eric wants to know, do we have a best practice template for VAs? I don't right now. Maggie is working on that. She is amazing with putting together the SOPs and putting together best practices for your agency. So once we get that ready, we will make sure we put that out in the breakfast brew. Our email that goes out every month. All right. All right. So thank you, Maggie. I greatly appreciate that. Steve or Penny, if you there with Maggie too, and Allegiance, if you guys have anything you want to add, just go ahead, raise your hand, and we can get that. We can open that mic up for you guys. So Taylor, if you wanted to see if anybody has that. Oh, Maggie, that's awesome.
I will tell you, if you get a VA, you're going to want the LMS, and you're going to want to utilize our AsNOA training team in addition to your own SOPs. So shameless LMS plug there for you, Laura.
Thank you, Maggie. That's why I love you. Where's my little
Thanks,
heart?
Maggie.
There we go. Yeah, so for sure. So anytime you bring in a producer within your agency, or you have any information, and I'm going to plug the LMS again, it is there. So when you have your VAs and you have the LMS, if they have questions too, they can just go right into the LMS. They can go in and they can search, how do I enter a policy, claims, renewals. They can go in, and even yourself go in and do that. So there's so much in the LMS that is carrier trainings, webinars, vendor resources. Maggie's putting together an entire best practices for your agency, for your VAs. So that's all going to be in the LMS. for sure. And we will be highlighting some of that in the breakfast brew. So you guys will have that available to you. All right, anybody have any additional questions? I can't believe how great I timed this. Normally, you guys know I go over. So this is awesome. So if you guys don't have any questions, we got claims you're going to be working on for remarkets. You're going to talk to your clients right away from that policies exceptions report. You're going to look at the expiration report because you want to make sure that you aren't missing anything at all. So let me pull this back up. Here was the easy links of adding in. So you guys got all that information. All right, can you still see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so I already started my recap, talking to you guys about doing all of those great things when you're doing your renewals. It's so important to make that a priority. You don't want to push that to the side like those mortgagee changes. You want to make sure that when that report comes out, boom, that's what you are doing on that Friday, or maybe it's a Monday you're getting that report, because you don't want to lose any of your clients. I can't remember that quote somebody said. It's hard, it's easy to get the business or harder to retain it, or whatever it is, vice versa, but it's so important to make sure that you are retaining your clients within your agency. All right, I'm gonna move on. So our resources, our private Facebook group. So you guys are using those. I see the messages come through. I absolutely love that everybody is working together to go through, ask the questions, where do I place this business? Or, you know, any of that. There are Facebook groups for the different states, for your different partner states, that a lot of you have joined already and are starting those conversations and communicating back and forth with your colleagues, your peers that are in that same area that might be going through those same struggles that you are. So it's great to be on that Facebook page so you can reach out with them, because you know what? Best thing we have out there is communication within our ASNOA group. So here's my plug with Nationwide, since they are our National General, since they are our first sponsorship for Live with Laura. So what's the secret word? Look, so you know what? The secret word is something that we do. So you guys can get into the breakfast brew. We're keeping that entertainment going, and as goofy as it is, I got some new ones, some better ones for upcoming Secret Swag videos. So thank you guys for typing in the secret word, because my allergies have been absolutely horrible. I'm so glad that I was able to get through this without sneezing 100 times. I don't know if anybody's in the same boat as I am. So let us know if there's any upcoming Live with Laura's that you want to see. There's an evaluation that's going to go out after this. So please fill it out, because this is how we know what you're looking for, you know. So renewals was a really, really big question that everybody had. How am I going to manage my renewals? So I really hope that this has helped you guys with some of the information. You can always email me, email Maggie, email training@asnoa.com, and then we will help you with best practices within your agency. So reach out to all of us. Get on those Facebook groups. You know, we are here to help you guys with additional training. We have our ASNOA University page where we have all of our weekly sessions that you can join at any time. So thank you all for joining. I greatly appreciate you all. This is amazing. Maggie, thank you so much for jumping on. Taylor, thank you for doing the chat for us. I'm always missing somebody. So thanks so much, you guys. I greatly appreciate you all. Look forward to next month.